Hi everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and I'm here today with Rhymestyle, Omega Pro, and ZZ Toasty Get Burnt. And what we're going to be talking about today, we're kind of going to be delivering our final thoughts on Dragon Ball Xenoverse as a whole. I don't know if we're going to necessarily talk about DLC, but just as a game as a whole, it's been out for a couple months now. We've got the entire experience, and we're just going to kind of hit you guys with how we feel about the whole game and how it stacks up to other games. The goods, the bads, the uglies, whatever. Anyways, do you want to get us started today, Rhymestyle?
Yeah, well, I don't even know where to start. I think I'm probably like the most positive person when it comes to this game because 3 months, how long has it been? It's been like almost 3 months, 2 months, something like that, a couple months.
I can't tell time.
I fucking love this game. I'm still playing this like every single day. I enjoy it. It's definitely by far my favorite Dragon Ball Z game out of all of them so far, which is kind of how I pictured it being when I first played it back then. But I can still say I enjoy it just as much as I do in the first day I played it. And I know there's a bunch of issues online like Death Ball spam, Super Saiyan spam, a bunch of like cheaters, you know, a bunch of things that was a big problem in the last couple of weeks, but this most recent patch fixed most of that. So online it's fun to play again, at least so far, until something else breaks. But in terms of everything overall, I just enjoy it. It's just really, really fun. I love playing as myself. Play with myself. I like playing as the other characters. It's really enjoyable to play as the other characters as well. Like I actually could say I enjoy playing Super Saiyan 4 Goku more than Super Saiyan God Goku, which is kind of the opposite of what I expected to have, since I like the other form better. But overall, it's fun to me. It's a lot of fun to me, and I'm glad that we got this as a game rather than something like Battle Z, you know, last year, which would have taken us back even further. Like, this is what we needed for the longest, and I'm just excited about it still.
Ultimate Tenkaichi 2.
Blah.
Alright, Omega, what do you got?
I like it.
Alright, so it's good to go from the most positive to what will likely be the most negative person on here. Now, that being said, Xenoverse is probably one of the better Dragon Ball Z games we've ever gotten. I'd still put it, you know, top 3. That being said, I'm a very different gamer now than when I was playing Tenkaichi and Budokai 3 all day, every fucking day. Now I like a little bit more out of my games, and it's very hard for a Dragon Ball game to do any of that. So with Xenoverse, it does a lot of things right, but there's just something about the game that I don't get that feeling where I'm like, okay, I need to play some Xenoverse right now. Like, I got that for like maybe the first week or so, but after that, it sort of started slowly dying out. And the main reason because of that, I've said this many of times, so people already know where I'm going with this, but I did really get burnt out on the game because on release day, I had to play for like 13 hours straight and all that shit in one day. Like, I don't play any game for that amount of time, but I like sort of force myself to with that game. But that being said, Xenoverse, the character creation was definitely a lot better than Ultimate Tenkaichi. Then again, I felt like it could have used a lot of work, especially in terms of customization, like for hair and other clothing and all that sort of crazy shit. I would have just liked to see more in the way of that, but I'm sure that might come along in like a Xenoverse 2 or something like that. But Xenoverse is a very fun game. There is a lot of bullshit and cheapness. The AI is absolutely fucking useless. I know Rhymestyle was sitting there saying, "Oh, yo, the AI is really good in this game." I'm like, "Oh shit, really?" And then when I got the game, I'm like, what?
Correction. They're good at reviving you. They're good at reviving you.
That's it. That's their limitation. That's where they stop being good.
I mean, Battle of Z
wouldn't
revive you.
Okay, I can officially say this because everybody surely played the game at this point. The fucking battle with Beerus and fucking Whis, where you have to fucking be with Trunks, that battle is nothing short of fucking AIDS. I caught AIDS fucking playing that part because Trunks is actually useless. He is a hindrance. You'd be better off if Trunks wasn't there. That is just fucking bullshit. And that's all I gotta say. That game did enrage me a lot. But it does have
Omega,
its charm.
did you play the Bardock mission?
I did. I actually got that one on my second try.
Okay.
So, but yes, that the first time I failed that, I was like, I said fuck that, and for the whole rest of the day, I just grinded and then went back to it the next day because I was like, that's gonna piss me off. So
you're the only person I've ever heard of that has actually had more difficulty with the Beerus and Whis mission than Bardock. Bardock is
that
like
Beerus and Whis mission is AIDS.
Yo, if I could say which mission was the worst, I would say it's the Gohan Krillin versus Frieza Soldier one. I think that one was by far the worst, especially like the first one I played when I was with Thundershot at the Bandai event, and then when I got the game, it was just awful.
What about the Goten and Trunks missions? Those things are fucking like impossible. I found.
I mean, they were tough, but when you get to level 80, it's a lot easier.
Trunks. The Trunks mission was absolutely like I struggled so hard, and I finally cracked Goten, and then when I got to the Trunks mission, which was just the same thing, but with three on one instead of 2-on-1 for everything. I was like, no, fuck this, I'm out. And I had to learn the Blue Hurricane. Once I learned the Blue Hurricane, the mission was easy as fuck. But without some big move like that, you just get fucking destroyed.
Which is the one that has Goku and Gohan try to catch you up in like unlimited Kamehameha?
All of them?
Oh, yeah, that one was fucking
all of them?
ass,
I thought it was only one of them. I thought
because they actually fucking go ape shit on you, and I'm just like, what in the actual fuck am I meant to do here other than spread my cheeks and let it happen?
When you get to the 7-star parallel quest, pretty much all that happens is all the strong people just try to hit you with spam.
Well, the thing that made the Goten and Trunks one so bad is because they weren't parallel quests you can go and select. You had to do them alone, so it was you versus either like Vegeta and Trunks, who will permalock you in Ultimates because they're Super Saiyan, or you versus Goten and Goku and Gohan, who will permalock you in Ultimates because they're douchebags. And that's where it got crazy.
Which I have a question to everybody watching this. Like, what is by far the most bullshit quest that you went through in this game? Let us know in the comment section below.
All right.
But Toasty, what about you? What are your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, personally, it's my favorite DBZ game of all time. That's just me, though. I think I just like the style of it more than the other games, like the more RPG-like style of the game. I just like it a lot more, but that's just my personal opinion. There are a lot of flaws in the game. The game is not perfect by any means at all. That's why I think a sequel itself would do the game a lot more justice, because, you know, the game itself as a skeleton works all right. You know, the amount of characters so far for a first game in a series would make the next sequels and everything, especially if they fixed up the gameplay a lot more and everything like that, would be amazing. And for Xenoverse itself, though, I think that for me it's just my personal favorite DBZ game, but I'm very alone on that from a lot of standpoints. But yeah, I just enjoyed it.
I feel like when the game came out, people were like, yeah, best DBZ game, and then after a while they're like, okay, yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit more stale now. But that's to be expected with most games, and especially like it's so fucking hard to call this game, because honestly, it probably is the best DBZ game when you fucking look at it. There are a few things like the lack of like offline modes, and I hate how I have to do battles and stuff, how I have to fucking walk around the hub city. Like, I just want a fucking give me a fucking menu. But like there are little weird things. But how do you compare yourself when you first experienced Budokai 3 and Tenkaichi 3 and stuff, when you were fucking a fetus, to now a grown-ass fucking man playing Dragon Ball? Like, it's so fucking different. I don't even know how you can like compare them.
I play those games now, and I compare it on that basis, because I know that my like however old I was self would definitely rate those games better, because I spend most of my time on those games as a young person. Most of the time I was just on Budokai 3 going across the land because I thought it was so awesome to go all across the land, but now I think it's kind of dumb. But that's just me.
If you think about it, if Xenoverse released at the same time like Budokai 3 or Tenkaichi 3 did, like I think that would have been like just a fucking earthquake.
Well, Xenoverse is too online based to be able to compare to like.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
It's like, oh, I can play with all my friends and take on Frieza if we want to together. That's fucking awesome. Versus and a created character versus.
Yeah, this is the first time that it's actually worked as well with friends like that, because, you know, even though it may not be incredibly perfect, it's a lot better than any other game has tried to do before it. Like Battle
of Z, like, you had to have friends or you just got fucking annihilated.
Yeah,
in the late game.
Toasty.
Battle of Z was so bullshit, man.
Rhyme, shut up! Don't.
Hey, Toasty, will you do me a favor? No, please, no. It's like I would just hit up Toasty like, hey, Toasty, I need some footage. Will you play Battle Z with me? He's like, no, please.
It's a tough one now, because I'm never touching my PS3 again just because of that game.
No, I'm gonna hit the Xenoverse. I'm gonna take more of an Omega approach, but kind of on a lighter note, if that's at all possible. When I first started playing the game, I mean, the story mode, really like the story mode. I like the idea. It's got that, like, RPG, I mean, you know, Pokemon effect, where if you're under-leveled, you go play parallel quests for a while. You're a high enough level, now you go back and do it. Game got a lot easier when I realized that using energy capsules wasn't cheating. But, I mean, I finished the story mode. The DLC, I'm looking forward to DLC Pack 2 when that comes out. But now the only thing that I have left to do in that game, especially since I've been ignoring online 1v1s for the longest time because it's been pretty much broken since it came out. The servers were buggy, then when the servers came back up, there were broken Z-Souls that made it no fun to play in, and death ball spam and things like that. So I just kind of ignored that part, and all I had left to do was grind for moves and Dragon Balls, and I've done that a lot, and it's gone stale in that regard, and that it's not fun for me anymore to just infinitely, because I want the Platinum Trophy, that's what I'm going for. But it's nice to see that with these patches and with these updates, they're making it better. They're making the drop rates better. They're making the bonuses to missions more likely to show up. They see that, like, okay, we may have made this a little stiff, and it's good to see that they're working towards it, so hopefully they'll find that balance where it's not insane to grind for a move anymore.
Yeah, seriously, fuck the Z-Soul you need to get for Vegeta's training. I fucking did that mission over 30 times, and it would not drop. And I finally got it one day. I'm just sitting here about to fucking like blow my brains out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this fucking mission one last time or whatever. Then Kanye West came down and was like, here's the Z-Soul, and I was like, thanks, man.
No, that's one of the beautiful benefits of like live streaming is I'm like, ah, fuck, I need this Z-Soul, and then like 30 seconds later I'll be like, a gift has been sent to you from a subscriber, and I'm like, I love you guys.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, they can send that shit to you if they have an extra.
Oh my god.
You could have just tweeted like, yo fam, I need this. Fam would have got you.
Fuck this game. And by that I mean my life.
Well,
but yeah, so no, it's nice to see that they're working towards it. And then like what Toasty was saying, that Xenoverse 2 could be fucking mind-blowing if this is if they go off what they have with Xenoverse. They just really expand customization and fuck around with all that shit, improve everything that they maybe didn't get quite right. Oh, and release tournament mode. We're waiting for that shit like it's fucking Heist and GTA.
Yeah, for real, man. I'm like, yo, I tried to do tournament mode like a few days after the game came out, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay.
It's like, this is where you could fight with your friends. Like, okay.
Not yet, though.
Yo, and before tournament mode actually doesn't even come out because they realize it's too overambitious.
It's Heist.
Actually, you know what I just fucking realized? We were supposed to do that like a YouTuber tournament before the game came out, and they were probably like, "Oh shit, I guess we can't do it now."
That's why they told us, like, yeah, just don't worry about it, guys. We'll do it some other time when it works in a year. I don't know, but yeah, tournament mode.
I just want time limits. I just want to be able to have unlimited time. I don't want to be in a 3v3 battle and time runs out. What kind of dumb crap is that?
Yeah,
it's literally not enough time to finish a match.
Dude, seriously, the time is like 2 fucking minutes. I'm like, excuse me, what?
Like, I understand why they did it online. It's like an infrastructure problem.
Yeah.
If they had unlimited time, they could literally crash the service because people would just troll and just be on their unlimited time.
But at least bump
but
it
like
up a couple
offline
minutes.
mode, I've never finished a single 3v3 match on offline because just time runs out.
I have had 1v1 matches. I think they've gone both ways, but we'll just use me getting my ass kicked, for example. Where I have an Namekian with 100 points in health, and then I was facing someone who was level 80 but put like 20 points in health, and they annihilated my fucking anus for like 3 straight minutes. But I won. I won because I hit them like 1 fucking time, but because my health bar was so big compared to theirs that my half was like where theirs started. And I had more health than them. It's like, oh, GG, I'm better than you, even though you kicked my ass for 3 fucking minutes. But yeah.
Let's say I was someone who like has no friends at all, and just decided I want to do a 3v3 against CPU.
In a world that's totally not true.
Yep, totally.
So, I guess before you wrap this video up, if you guys can give it a score out of 10, what would you do?
That's what and start with not 10 on the scale of video games ever. 10 on a scale of Dragon Ball Z games. 10 doesn't have to mean it's the best Dragon Ball Z game you've ever played. Just out of...
Wait, what do you mean by on the scale of Dragon Ball Z games?
Just how good a Dragon Ball Z game could possibly be, I guess. If that makes sense.
All right, as a game, it gets a 6.57. As a Dragon Ball Z game, it gets like a 9.5.
That's what I was looking for. That's about, like, I was going to call it like a 9. I was going to call it like a 9 in hopes that a Xenoverse 2 could be the almighty.
Yeah.
Wait, a 9 in Dragon Ball Z games or just a 9 in general?
9 in Dragon Ball Z
No,
games.
9 in DBZ games like a 6 or like 7,
I'd
say.
I was going to say, you think IGN was on point if you're going with the 6 and the 7?
Yeah, the main reason is because, like, I know if you're getting this game, you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, but, like, literally, if you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, or even if you're rusty on Dragon Ball Z, you will be fucking confused. Like, I think, like, because they just expect you to know everything and know all these characters and stuff. And I mean, in terms of the story, like, as Dragon Ball Z fans, we can all appreciate it and everything like that. But I feel like a lot of this game, like, if this game had a different skin and was called something else, I can almost guarantee this game would be getting trashed on. Like, just because of how the online didn't work and stuff like that, and how there's many cheat moves and how the Super Saiyan works and all the spam and shit like that. Like it would be.
I don't know if you've been in anybody's comment section lately, but this anybody's comment section lately, but this game is getting trashed on.
Yeah, I don't know. Really? I don't know what world you're living in. You're living in some sort of nice world where everyone likes the game. Oh hell no!
Dude, all I see is Twitter, and everybody on Twitter is so friendly. They're like, "Yeah, man, I love this."
No,
game.
you
should go to YouTube comments.
Thunder. Well, actually, no, Omega. Be happy. Don't look at the comments. Yeah. Be happy. That's all I'm gonna say. Thunder. So you give it a 9 for Dragon Ball Z. What about if it was an average game compared? Just so we can give it a scale.
Overall, and see, that's tough because like Omega was saying, if you don't know DBZ, you're gonna be lost because it's based on you knowing the DBZ storyline, or you're not gonna know exactly what's going on in the. You're not gonna be able to appreciate it to its fullest, at least in the regular. But because it's hard to say because I know DBZ so well, I don't want to give it. Much lower,
even still,
much lower than an 8, but I'm thinking 7.5.
Like 6, like this is what number scores are stupid for. 6 is pretty much okay. That's what at least it said on IGN. So
yeah, no, but to everybody else,
5
is garbage.
is average. Yeah, 5 is like people are so stupid about. Oh my god, this game got a 7. That's fucking terrible.
No, you got to look at it like you're grading a paper. Like a 60 is failing, or like a low D. Right?
Yeah. Like 1 to 10, okay? 1 means the game is fucking trash, okay? 5 means it's an average game. That's not a bad rating. Like 6 means it's above average. So Xenoverse, I'd say, is fairly above average, but I don't think it's anything like a 7 where it's okay, or an 8 where it's an actual good game, and then the 9s and 10s are like, you're a fucking idiot if you don't play this game. Like that's the way I would rate anything anyway. Like I don't really like the rating system in general, but like if I had to, like, that's what I would say.
If it was up to me, as a Dragon Ball Z game, I would definitely give it a 9.5 out of 10. But as a game, I would give it a 7. I honestly would give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat as Ryan.
It's cool. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, if you're an anime fan in general, if you watch Dragon Ball Z at least once or twice and know what's going on, you will like this game. In my opinion, this is by far the best Dragon Ball Z game of all time. But like, if you look at this from the stance of like a game, like an average game compared to like Grand Theft Auto 5 or Bloodborne, which apparently people like. I don't know why you like getting mad. And games in general, it's fairly average, in terms of a game, but it's not bad.
There's a lot of
it's like we gotta grade like so many things because like the story mode's its own thing, parallel questing with your friends is its own thing, and then the online, which has been, like we said, pretty much broken up until these last couple updates. You almost can't count, but we're also supposed to grade. And I think if they get online sorted out, online could be a good community that might bump it up a little bit, but I don't know.
Hey, I've been enjoying online. I don't know if I've just been lucky, but I've never ran into an issue where I have to fight against a spammer or just annoying people who use items and stuff. I've been lucky.
You're
so
one of those people.
I'm literally the luckiest person probably online.
Oh,
I mean, overall, like I said, it's my favorite Dragon Ball Z game. But as an average gamer, if I was to review it from stance of like a publicist or somebody, it's like it's maybe a 7.
Yeah. It needs to be said real quick before we probably wrap up. This video's dragging on a little bit, but we've all been playing it on the PS4. And I guess the older consoles had a little bit of like chug and lag to them, but the PC port was fucking phenomenal from what I hear.
I only play on PC.
Dude, the PC
is the best fucking version.
Sex.
That
60 frames per second and mods. It's better. It's best version.
Those mods, mods are fucking ridiculous.
I gotta admit, like I've watched the PC videos on 1080p, 60 frames per second, and it is sexy. It's like. Bruh.
Suffer.
I played the PS4 version for like 13, or I'd say probably almost 20 hours before I got to play it on PC. And once I played it on PC, I was just like, wow, well, okay then.
Motion blur makes me sick.
Which I think we gotta congratulate them on a little bit because PC wasn't originally going to be the game. Like they weren't going to do PC, right. And then there were those petitions and the outcry.
They actually made a good PC port. I'm looking at you, Naruto, with your shitty ass locked at 30 frames, fucking.
What's funny about the PC version as well is it's a port from the PS4 on the Xbox One ported to the PC,
and it's
like
better.
A double port,
and it came out better. Like how the fuck?
How the fuck do they not allow you to just turn off motion blur? It will reduce performance hindering on PS4. It hurts me. It hurts me physically because I can't play with motion blur. It makes me sick. I can't do it.
Speaking of you playing, what do you give the game as a DBZ game and as a overall game?
Yeah, I said it was the same thing as you because I know the game has a lot of flaws. So on a game standpoint, it's like. You could still enjoy it, but it'd be hard to because of all the flaws that it has. But as for me personally, I would say like 9.5 because there are still those flaws and they could be easily fixed. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that.
You know what's funny actually? Because I was always saying like I wanted more depth in the Dragon Ball Z game, and this game definitely gives it to you, but it actually kind of hurts it in terms of like the general audience thing, because since this game is so unfriendly to get into, especially in the combat system, like if I give this controller to my mom or whatever, or my sister or whatever, and she tries to play, there's just no hope, right? Like, but if I hand her,
you're gonna have to run her through the Trunks tutorial.
If you hand her,
right.
If you hand her BT3, she'll get a hand of it in like 5 minutes.
Exactly, and like with this game, it's like even with the Trunks tutorial, it's still gonna take you like maybe an hour or two before you really like comprehend how to play the game fully. Because I remember this game fucked me up when I was trying to play. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So like, it took me a little bit to get used to it, and I'm a seasoned gamer, so like to an average person, like they're gonna be like, okay, well, fuck this game.
Another thing that would have helped it a whole lot, and I kind of talked about it earlier, but the drop rates. If I could get my move, if I do a mission 20 times trying to get one fucking move, and the only requirement is get a Z rank and it might drop. If I get the Z rank 20 times, it better drop by the 20th fucking time. I do not need to still be there going for that. Same thing with the 7th Dragon Ball.
You would hate Monster Hunter. Have you ever played Monster Hunter?
No.
Dude, okay, so imagine the shit you do in Xenoverse where you're playing the same shit 30 fucking times to get that one drop, and you never get it, except the game is probably 50 times harder.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Monster Hunter doesn't fuck around. This is too mean.
Right, this drags on any longer, we're going to be doing a Z-cast, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you had to ruin their fucking hopes and dreams, didn't you?
Mean as hell.
This is Z-cast, guys? No, sorry about that. All right, we've gone on for like, what, 22 minutes now? But no, anybody have any final words before we bow out?
I just want to know what people think so far. So if you had the game since day one, or if you got it last week, like, what do you think about it? Let us know in the comment section below in terms of as a Dragon Ball Z game and overall as a game compared to the average game. Like, what score would you give it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I guess that's, yeah, that.
All right, bye, guys. Don't get shot or anything.
Thank you guys coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoy this sort of thing. Everybody's links to channels and whatnot will be in the description down below. I'm Thundershot with ZZ Toasty, Get Burn, Omega Pro, and Rhymestyle, and we are out. Peace, guys.
Peace.